Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl P. Today I got Carissma Deluca with me. Give y'all some time to go on there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, I'm getting situated. Okay, so what's up, Rizzy?
Hey,
What have you been up to?
so many things.
Last time we were on YouTube, you hadn't went to Vegas yet.
Oh wow.
We never talked about that. You hadn't went to the Hottie House.
Oh wow.
And then you just got back from Red Bottom Productions.
Yeah, the summer house.
Whew.
Oh wow, we have so many things.
I know we haven't cut up from.
Okay, so we talked about Exotica though, right?
We talked to. Did
This was the
we?
last time, right? Was it Exotica?
That was before Vegas, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did talk about Exotica.
Okay. So Mr. Mysterious and Richard Man, let's cut all the way back to May.
Okay.
Oh wow, because it's July. Okay, so that was really dope. I feel like so much has happened in the last few months. Now that you say all that,
I know it's been a journey.
May was dope. We really put out some really fire content in that house. Everybody worked really, really hard.
Okay.
Camera work was really great. Mysterious was on camera. Sean Dam did camera for me. Kelly Shin did camera for an orgy scene we did. It was my first orgy.
Oh my gosh.
So that was super cool. I felt like when Richard Mann gave me a facial, I had been christened into the industry specifically now. That's coming soon too, by the way. And I put out some really dope content, like a lot of which other people have already put out. I have not put out any of. I did. Okay, so I did put out my Eddie J scene because I did meet and work with Eddie J, which was a really cool experience.
Okay.
Initially,
you got some big name male talent.
Yeah, you know, I try and work with quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
But here lately, it seems like I've had both because I have so many scenes that are just unreleased at this point. I don't really have to work until next year.
That's a lot of fucking content.
Girl, yes. I swear to God. So that was really dope. I worked with Mysterious. I worked really well with Addictive.
Okay.
Which is, he's like a Puerto Rican and black male talent. So, that'll be coming soon to my sites. I love our skin tones together.
Yeah.
I have like a skin fetish. So
skin fetish.
I do. I am really into really beautiful skin. So for me, that is an initial reaction for me. Whether it's male or female. I just love, especially when they coexist so well on camera together. It's just really nice to see. So yeah, Vegas was dope. And then not only did I shoot great content, but solidifying who I was in the industry in front of big names is nice. Yeah. And it's like you made your stamp. Yeah, I learned a lot though. Like being in a room with Richard Mann and Miss Kelly Shin and Mr. Mysterious and just people that have, and Don Prince. I learned a lot from Don Prince. Like, he's a lot of fun. He's great male talent, but he's like another one that's been in the industry a long, long time. So, and when you're in a space like that, as long as you keep your ears open, like you learn everything you can. Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to, actually, damn, I'm gonna say her name wrong. It's the one that does the Dylan Foxy Boxy.
Foxy Box.
I don't know how to say her name either.
Okay, I don't know how to say her
It's
name.
like Foey Bunny or something like that. Foey Bunny.
Oh, I thought it was Foxy.
Maybe it's Foxy.
I'm sorry. She just started watching. Sorry if you're watching. But anyways, I was talking to her and we were talking about how you never really know everything.
No. And to be honest, if you think you do, you're in the, like, you shouldn't ever be the smartest person in the room. Like, that should never be a thing. Like, you should always be learning something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sitting in a room of people and you're not getting any kind of knowledge from that, that's fucking lame.
Especially because if it's coming from a place because you think you know everything. Now, it's one thing if you're just in the room with stupid people.
Right. And at the end of the day, that's also a dumb decision. Don't ever be in a room full of stupid people.
Yeah. How's
don't
that?
Don't be in a room full of stupid people. Don't be the smartest person. Just don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure somebody in there is, you know, smarter than you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I learned a lot from there, you know, especially just, I'm talking about like clip sites and stuff. Put it everywhere, you know, like they're just like, you know, you need to have your stuff all over the place. And I agree with that. And I've been actively working on that. And then the Hottie House.
Okay, so just to give people a timestamp, you went to Vegas. That was back in May.
Yeah.
Hottie House was June.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was the Hottie House? That's hosted by Omaya.
It was hosted by Omaya. She did an amazing job. You know, her and I kind of bonded when we first kind of were forced into bonding together in the beginning of both of our careers because, you know, we've only both been in this business it's just been a year actually that I, you know, started doing all the stuff, you know, this last week. And then her year was, did you burn yourself?
Yes, that was hot. That was hot, but it's okay. And last week?
Her year was like a couple months ago. Okay. Either way, we came in the industry about the same time, and not everybody's super receptive to new girls in the business. And, you know, I think that her and I had to learn a lot at the same time, and we were in the same, you know, she's a little bit ahead of me, but it's been cool to be able to like lean on each other when we do have functions or exoticas or AVN or, you know, like her and Sticks have kind of been the three musketeers since New Jersey's Exotica last year.
Okay.
So it's been cool to be able to have that type of friendship and like connection with somebody and be able to like be like, yeah, you know, like I'm going through this, and her to be going through the same thing pretty much at the same time or have gone through it before me has been cool. Even though she's so much younger than me, she's kind of been like we've helped mentor each other.
Okay. That's always good to have that person that you can kind of get in and talk things. As I was telling my YouTubers, sometimes you get into this and you can't talk to the people that you knew prior to this about this because they're going to be judgmental or not understand and not know the correct things to say or just.
Well, a lot of people's misconception of what sex work is too, you know, and I'm guilty of that. Like before I got into sex work, before I started doing things that were sex work related, like, and now I do it all. Like I phone sex operate, like I shoot porn, like my whole life is a public display now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on all the campsites and like I rotate and do all these different things, and now I'm like big on strip chat and like
that is another one I want to try, you guys. I definitely want to do strip chat.
Yeah, I'll definitely go through that with you too. Like, okay, we definitely do YouTube like that. But the Hottie House let's go back to really, I started praising Omaya with that kind of off.
Okay, so the Hottie House.
So the Hottie House was dope. Really good talent, put out so much work. It was a very productive shoot house.
The Mario scene y'all did there was really cute.
Oh, the Mario orgy was dope. So,
how'd that go?
Unfortunately, a couple days before the Hottie House, Mother Nature struck, and I couldn't perform certain duties. So, but we were able to keep me involved as much as possible. I did some massages with some happy endings and like.
Now, who are the characters? Okay, so I don't know Mario. So who are the characters? Because you kept telling me yours, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Okay, so the Mario orgy was super dope. So Finny was Mario, Sticks was Luigi, Omaya was Princess Peach. At Zula was Bowsette, which was a great, adorable costume. Treasure was Wario. I was Yoshi. I can't remember what Mia and Infinity were.
Okay. But they were a part of it.
But they were part of it
Okay.
too. So it was like a bunch of us dressed
And
up.
shout out to Infinity. She's been watching my channel a lot lately too. So
Infinity's dope. It was my first time meeting her. We have been like on each other's Instagram lives for pretty much a year, almost a year since I stepped on the scene. And to be able to meet her, she is such a beautiful person inside and out. She has an amazing body. She is probably one.
She does have a really nice body. I was looking at her body yesterday.
And she is a gilf. Like she is a grandma of multiple, you know what I'm saying, grandchildren. She just looks amazing. Her tattoos, you know, everything about her is like super great. She was very pleasant to work with. You know, it's really hard to find a lot of good personalities that mesh in a content house. So I think Omaya did a really good job of doing that.
Okay.
You know, I don't think that anybody had a bad time. We all put out some really great content. We had great photographers, and it worked like a well-oiled machine. Finny was doing a bunch of the file transfer. So like it kept a lot of work off one person. And it was really like, it worked really well. House was beautiful. And like I said, I kind of just made myself busy by doing like things I started doing strap scenes.
Okay. Who'd you get to strap first?
I strapped at Zula.
Okay.
In a 3-girl scene with me, her, and Treasure. And then in the orgy, Yoshi had a dick. So, and it was funny because every time, you know, somebody sat on it or I was going, Yoshi.
Okay, so I haven't seen clips from it. Mm-hmm. One of y'all gotta show me some clips now.
I'll definitely show you some clips. We should probably do that like on a live, like watch it. Like, I mean, obviously they can't watch it.
We could do it on Manyvids or one of our sex sites.
But yeah, super fun, super smart idea. There was a lot of photography. I did a lot of photo sets since I couldn't. You know,
okay, so who's the photographers there?
Gorgeous Visions was one of them.
Okay.
Philip Smith was the other one. And then it was Illuminations. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
He was very quiet. He didn't really interact much, so I didn't really have a lot of. He didn't stick with me, but his photo work was nice. Mm-hmm. And you know who else did a really great shoot of me? Was Cinnabunny. Pronouns. They are alt and do lots of different things. So they do like, you know, they have lots of body art and the piercings and they don't really associate themselves with either sex though.
Okay.
But their personality was great. I loved working with them. And the photos that they did of me were amazing. They were actually one of my favorite photo sets that came out of the house.
Okay, good.
But on that note, you know, I just really appreciate and love female photographers a little bit more than I love male photographers. And it's not to say anything other than this. The details that women look for as opposed to the details that men don't see. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not like it's an on-purpose thing. Like with men, they're just not as detail-oriented as a woman.
Okay, this has always been, to veer off on photographers for a second. I can say the person that took the best pictures of me in this career has been a woman.
Yeah.
But I hated that she like wasn't consistent. She was kind of lazy, but she was really good at her stuff. But guys, one thing I noticed about guys is I never want to look at it from this angle, but if I'm not your ideal type that you typically take pictures of, you don't know how to angle me correctly. Yeah. I think the guys that only take pictures of BBWs or only take pictures of the BBL type girls or only this, I think they can find that a guy's brain can find that one niche and be well at it. But when they get something else, they're not well rounded. Whereas a woman could really capture any body
All of
type.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, like the one thing like I've definitely noticed, like especially in some of my photo work, is like straps. A woman will fix your straps.
Yeah.
A man will allow a strap to look, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And
Or your hair if it's a
or
little
your
fluffy
hair,
on one side, a little
yeah,
frizzy, but you come on, girl.
yeah, or like, you know, whatever.
So one thing I haven't noticed at these content houses is do they have a house mom? I really feel like I could be a house mom at a content house. That's like house mom, Chef Paisley. But do they have like a house mom there?
No, but it seems like I always end up being that.
But the problem is that sucks because you need to focus on
I
you.
do.
And it
So-
can be frustrating because you be cooking,
I be doing everything.
You be
in the
doing it
house.
all.
I do. I cook. I make sure people like get the towels together. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a big deal on a fucking content house, especially when there's a pool. You're showering constantly, like 3 times a day. Plus, you're getting in and out of the pool, and like it's just a thing, you know. Keeping the floor clean is another fucking.
Is that the one you said could answer my Pornhub questions?
Devin, no.
Oh.
Like another thing is like keeping the floor clean because you know you're doing scene work, so you got people running in and out with wet feet and shoes, and you have to keep the floor clean. Like there's scene work
on
happening.
top of it. It's an Airbnb.
It's
so
an
you have to
Airbnb, and your traction, and you're not really supposed to have that many people, and so like it is a big process to do a shoot house. Cut to Red Bottom, where I just came from. I was not really supposed to be a co-host for that event, but I ended up being a co-host for that event, and it wasn't a bad situation for me at all. You know, Omaya and Jade were co-hosting for Red Bottom, who was the host.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Red Bottom Productions, though. That's definitely where a shoot house should be and go. We were treated very well.
You know what? I need to interview him.
You should. He's a good guy. Definitely learning everything on a daily basis for him. He's new to this. He just has money and he loves porn and he wants to shoot it. And that's kind of a cool thing. You know what I'm saying? Like to be in the arena that he's in with the type of situations and girls that he's in with, you know, like to be backed by me, to be backed by Omaya, to be backed by Jade, for us to like see value in his work, for the type of male talent that is rocking with him. You know, me and Magic shot an incredible scene, which will be released the first week of August for his birthday. It will definitely be coming along with some major press releases.
Okay, let's talk about that scene. So I did see a clip of that. The quality of it, the acting, like I guess the talent. I just was really, really good.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a really, really good scene.
The acting that came out of both me and Magic Camp Magic. I not only was it so easy to work with and roll off the tongue, the way we were able to keep the banter back and forth while fucking in the manner that we were fucking, because it was an intense scene.
Yeah.
You could feel it. Like if you thought you could really, if you didn't know me better, you definitely would have thought like we were actually in a relationship in this scene. Like it felt like that to me while we were doing it.
Magic brought that magic.
He really did. You know, he is one of my, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm just going to do it. Magic's my favorite male talent.
Okay.
I fucking just said that on YouTube fucking live, didn't I?
Magic.
Montana.
Okay, why Magic?
He is fucking completely professional.
By the way, Magic is posted on my community board. If y'all scroll down, I'll probably post him again.
He also has a Twitch. You should go watch him play video games. That shit is funny as fuck.
Okay, well, we're going to find him, but I'll post his Instagram and stuff again on the community board.
And I'm probably going to get heat for saying this, just so you know, like, for real, because I have literally worked with some of the best men in this game. Like,
well, what makes Magic?
He comes in, he's got ideas, he's to the point, he hits every fucking position and note precisely. He crosses his T's, he dots his I's. He's paperwork. He comes with a cameraman that's absolutely amazing. The editing's great. The trailers are amazing. The footage is always good. The ideas are always, even if they're not thought out and they're off the cuff, they're great. Like, he's smart and he knows what sells and he's good at his job. My very first scene is actually called How to Fuck Me, featuring Magic Montana. And the only reason I said it like that, and my description really caught him off guard, I guess the very first time he saw it, he actually shouted me out on Twitter. He was like, "This is the nicest thing he's ever said."
What'd you say?
I'm like, if you want a manual on how to fuck me, watch this video. He hits all the key, you know what I'm saying, all the blah, 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 blah. And it was a little gross, you know. I can't really remember exactly what I said. But if you want to see, go check many vids. Carissma Deluca. It's How to Fuck Me, featuring Magic Montana. But he legit, and you know, it's always the ones that are, because he's married.
Okay.
Happily.
Okay.
You know, he doesn't boo love on talent. It is extremely business with him.
Oh, yeah, man, that be boo love on talent. Take a sip.
Nope. I mean, I legit, like, and it's fun. I can't tell you how many times I laughed. You know, when I worked with him this last time, like, it was so funny. Like, in the beginning of the scene, like, he's trying to call me on the phone and I'm not answering. It's going to voicemail. And he drops down on the bed after calling me the last time. He's like, damn. And then Firehouse was still recording. And he goes, 4 hours later. And for some reason, it was just so funny. So everybody in the room kind of busted out laughing. But the thought behind the scene, the premise, the skit, even the skit's fun. Even the fucking stuff you fast forward through, you know what I'm saying, for that scene, you don't want to fast forward through it. It's actually pretty good.
Okay.
So it's exciting. I'm excited because I definitely feel like it's one of the things that I've put out recently that could be AVN nominated.
Okay.
Or XBiz nominated or Urban X nominated. Yeah. You know, it's a really good
No, that was really good. That was really good.
It's incredible.
The little trailer clip that I saw, it was really good.
Yeah. Watching it and watching it again, I'm still kind of in awe of how well it was done. Okay. And it was continuous. There was no cut. Not at all. We didn't cut once. I think Firehouse had to edit 2 little transition spots, but that was it because they weren't very smooth. Okay. But other than that, he even got when Magic jumped out of the bed to pour more oil on my ass. And that was funny. That's in the fucking scene too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really good chemistry. And actually, that was a good way for Red Bottom to see how things are supposed to be done. That was the first time he watched production and was in charge of a scene. Like, that was his scene. So it was his first thing to see. So now the bar's here. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now he knows what a fucking scene should and could look like. Mm-hmm. So anything other than that, he's going to be like, damn. Yeah. Like, and I said that to him, you know, I was like, just so you know, like, I've been doing this for a little while now, you know, a little while longer than you. And scenes, usually it's not like that. I'm like, usually you have cuts and stops and chills and like have to chill out or whatever, maybe have a minute. So like for that to run the way it did was pretty dope. But that will be coming out on Red Bottom Productions platform the first week in August. I definitely suggest you go buy it. Once you see the trailer, you'll probably want to buy it anyway.
Yeah, that's a really good one for guys and for girls.
Yeah. That is my goal over the next, you know, little while is to start really shooting for women because we like porn, but it's just geared for guys all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? We want to see certain things. We want to feel the moment. So that scene with Magic was like, you went to the strip club all night, motherfucker? Really? Well, this is what's going to happen. Now you're in a hotel room thinking about where the fuck you should be. Calling me. I'm not answering the fucking phone. But you know what? I'm horny. So I'm going to come to the hotel. You're going to fuck me. And I'm going to leave. So, like, it's an empowerment thing, you know? Like, and then by the end of the scene, oh my God, I'm not going anywhere, Daddy. No, I'm staying. You know, it's like, it's real. It's raw. And that's my goal over the next few months. And then New York is happening next month. The boat party with pipes and all the models and prettiest BBWs in the industry. I'm excited about that. I'm shooting with Blush Erotica in New York.
Okay.
So I'll be excited about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll also be back shooting with Nasty Media. So there's also that. So it's just a lot of stuff going on. And, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I was supposed to be on break this month. Oh.
Sorry. Oh, just as an intermission, I got if you're not in my Telegram group, go ahead on over to the community board, tap the link, it's t.me/mattressactress, and we're doing FemDom Twitter thread today. So go participate.
Mattress Actress, love it.
Yeah, that was back in 2020. I had an Instagram. It was called Mattress Actress Academy because I've been doing consultation, but I wasn't charging back then. It was like sign up under my link and I'll show you. So I had but what I knew in 2020, I'm glad I wasn't charging people because I've learned a lot more in 3 years. But yeah, that was the name. That was cool. That was a fun time. That's when I feel like I could do this shit.
You still could do this shit.
I know. I know. Okay, so we got New York. That's the next thing.
Yeah, New York, the boat party. That's huge. We're gonna celebrate a little bit my year anniversary. Because that's that's the week I shot.
Okay, so what are you doing? Do you want to talk about that or now or later?
We can definitely talk about that. I'm really excited about that.
So you're at your 1 year anniversary coming up.
Yeah. How exciting and weird and crazy how fast this year has gone, and the things that I've seen, done, heard, watched. I can't even. It's really hard to put into words. I feel like. Wow. Just wow, I guess is all I can really say.
Hey guys, welcome.
Accomplishing so much in such a little time. It's been extremely fast. I'm still trying to catch my breath. I don't think I will catch my breath until probably December, and everything's kind of said and done for the year and a half that I worked so hard.
You have stuff planned until then?
Yeah, pretty much. I think that. Okay, so the boat party's dope. We're gonna do the Pipes boat party. I'm actually going out there just to represent for BBW Adventures, but XXX Adventures. But I will also be there to represent for Red Bomb, and he will be releasing a lot of scenes that we shot over the weekend, the night of the boat party.
Okay.
And celebrating that at the after party in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So he will also be shooting some pretty big talents that weekend. So shout out to Red Bottom Productions for what he's got going on in New York. I will be shooting with Nasty Media Group again, which is dope because I really love Rick and I love being a Nasty Media girl. I think I will actually be shooting with Devin and somebody else. I'm not sure. But Devin was asked to be there the same weekend. So I'm assuming, but I never know what Rick has up his sleeve, but maybe stay tuned for a round 2 with Devin Drills and Carissma Deluca, which both of us will have a scene coming out on our own platform here shortly. That was shot by Omaya.
Okay.
And then after New York, I'm going home to see my family for a little while. I miss them. It's been a long journey. I'm going to ask my fans to just be patient with me in that time and let me chill and do my thing. I'm still going to be active on my fan sites, probably not so much on social media. I just want to be able to take some time and decompress, and I'm going to have the only way to do that and not have FOMO is to stay away from it for a minute. And I'll probably do updates and auto posts and stuff like that just so you guys know I'm around and all that other stuff. But I'm really going to have to figure out a way to not be this for just a few weeks. My kids need their mom right now. Like, nobody's hurt or anything, but like, for us to always have been together like forever, and then for me to just not be around for the last 3 months has been really hard on me specifically. I know it's been a little hard on a couple of the boys, and my mom is just like chomping at the bit for me to come home. So I need to focus on them for a little while because I just feel like I do.
Yeah.
And then September is an amazing event that I will be hosting in Vegas, it looks like, because we were going to try and do it in Houston and Dallas, but Houston and Dallas are really proud of their Airbnbs around here. And Vegas just seems to make sense because I wanted to target West Coast talent, females and males, and not just BBWs. Like, there's some females that aren't BBW that I'd like to work with out on the West Coast. So I'm hoping that because it's accessible to those people, that maybe we'll get some stuff going on. I'm probably going to start working with a couple companies exclusively for behind the scenes stuff. And I'll talk about that at a later time when I make my decision.
Okay.
But I will be doing starting to figure out what I'm going to be doing off camera, because I don't really need to shoot anymore. And especially after New Jersey Exotica, like, I don't have to shoot at all for probably 2 years.
Okay.
So I gotta find something to keep me relevant and going, because I'll have the content to post, but I'm gonna have to talk about new things too. And I'm gonna have to be doing new adventures if I want to stay in this business. And that's probably gonna be the more business side of it, the photography side of it, the smart, the creative, the brains. So that's what I'm gonna focus on.
Okay. You guys. Usually I have a few more on here. Well, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's a lot.
And then October is probably Spooktacular. I'll probably be having to go back to Vegas in October.
Why?
I'm pretty sure that Mr. Mysterious is going to invite me to his Spooktacular event.
Oh, okay.
So that will be happening in October, and then in November is Jersey Exotica. I'm probably not going to DC unless there's a reason for me to do that. So that'll probably end my travel schedule for the year.
New Jersey Exotica? Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, so
a break turned into not a break. Last time I was on the show, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. Blah, 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 blah.
No break, on go. But okay, so backtracking to like parenting and the kids and stuff. I was actually said this in a live the other day that, where is that fucking list? Let me see if I can find the list real quick. But I wrote a list of what I learned from being in this world. And one of it was, you gotta put if you want to be number one, you gotta be first. Your career has to be first. And I guess I never wanted to admit that for a long time, because I was putting my career first, like my first 4 years, over really anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wrote it on here. But that was just, it's a hard realization, because you don't want to not be a bad mom. Granted, your kids are pretty much grown. So,
but it's football season, and my youngest is a senior. So it's like, I was there for all the other boys for their stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I feel bad, but like, once this wave started, I didn't know how big it was going to get. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it ended up being a tidal wave, like, and I had to fucking ride it. Like, and I'm just now coming down off the, you know what I'm saying? I'm just now getting off the surfboard, and I'm still on it. Like, I still have a little ways to get back to shore. Like, this has been a crazy roller coaster.
So what advice would you give parents or single moms, really? Because if it's a 2-parent household, you do have the other parent there.
2-parent household, I would say just do it as long as your partner is completely supportive of it. You guys are really communicative about your wants and needs, because, definitely could see how this could be could really affect a marriage or a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely takes a strong couple, a strong man, very secure man, to understand, figure out, and be able to maneuver in a relationship such as that.
Yeah. I never wanted to admit it before, just because people don't understand. I do feel like, I'm not saying sex work itself and the acts of what you have to do and what the job entails ruined my relationship, but everything else, the behind the scenes, the having to be on this 24/7, that having to put this first. Let's face it, like, this was above my relationship. And I think that's why I'm so like, oh, relationship now, because I understand, like, if you want a relationship to work, your job cannot be the number one priority. But if you want your job,
but it can. You like legitimately, you just have to me, you just have to be with somebody that's as busy as you. If you're not with somebody that's as busy as you, they're always going to feel neglected.
But let me tell you where the downfall with that is, because I feel like I've experienced a tad bit enough to understand certain feelings, is that if you're with also a super busy person, a person that's just as busy as you, when you have your downtime, they might be busy still.
I mean, I
and
definitely
then it's like the time, the talking, the communication, it can feel the same as if.
I think that you should definitely, in those cases, there should be days that you don't do anything for anybody but each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's a Sunday or if it's a Tuesday, whatever the fuck day it is, there should be a day that you have with your partner. And that's no phone, no social media. Like, make sure that you, like, maybe queue up whatever you need to do for your fan sites or whatever you need to do for Instagram or Twitter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because in order for that to work, there still has to be levels of intimacy for y'all. If it looks like the levels of intimacy are only for what you get going on, there's not really intimacy. I know it looks good, but the intimacy on camera is not real.
Yeah.
That is not what the fuck is going on over here. You know what I'm saying? I crave that on so many levels.
It's a lot of my adult friends that still crave intimacy. And
do.
Other people would be like, how? You're not getting it. It's work.
We're not. It's not. You're thinking about, you go from thinking this is the coolest job ever because I'm coming all the time to not even coming, because now you're thinking about where your hands are, what position you're in, are your toes pointed, how does your face look, are you making the right, are your tits pancaking, oh my god, let me move it here, let me play with a nipple, oh, should I play with my pussy here? Like, there's lots of things going through your mind when you're doing this, because it's not a free-for-all. You have to be opened up, especially a BBW. We have to be thinking constantly about our legs being open. That's a lot of work. Think about how most women like to fuck. And it's like your legs are closed and you're gripping close and you're like, you know what I'm saying? And you're not, because there's nowhere for a camera to get in. We have to be open up. Like, it takes a lot of effort. It's a lot of different stuff going on. And it doesn't feel good all the time. A lot of times we fuck through cramps or fucking, pulled tendons or whatever. Swollen ankles. Like, my ankles were swollen for days because we were on our feet working for days. So it's like, you think about all those things. There's not intimacy. That's not intimate. It's not at all. So we crave it.
What do we got, about 20 more? You have to be there right at 10 or like 10:15 or
10:15.
Okay, we can leave at 9:30, I guess. Wrap this up in about 10 minutes or so.
I don't know if I should. I was so cold on the plane. Maybe I should wear my onesie jumpsuit.
Yeah, I always be cold on planes.
I was freezing.
But I don't think you get that. And then I just felt like that was just one thing I learned. Like, it did. I'm not saying I regret. I'll say this. I don't regret putting my job first over my relationship. But in some ways of parenting, I kind of do. I'll say that.
Yes.
Just because I knew my relationship wasn't going to last.
To me, I can't really, because I Gianni, I haven't really missed anything big for Gianni. Or, oh shit, I probably shouldn't say anything.
Well,
Either
it's
way.
mostly just girls, anyways.
My baby, you know, I don't feel like I've missed much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's his it was his
And it's been
junior
the
year,
summertime.
and it's been mostly the summertime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that did bother me was missing birthdays and Mother's Day and you know Father's Day, because they used to do stuff for me on Father's Day too. So it's like I do miss that. I miss holidays. You know, our holidays were big. 4th of July, cooking, barbecues, like all that stuff is stuff that we would do together. So like they miss me. And they're like, Mom, we miss your macaroni and cheese. Mom, like we miss your this. Mom,
Yeah.
you need to come home and cook meatballs and sausage. We're starving. Like I'm like, damn, like you're not eating? Like what's going on?
By the way, her meatballs are so good. Authentic Italian food.
Yeah, we be cooking.
Look, I guess I just stay around people that like to cook and eat.
Listen, I'm upset because I've been out of town and Paisley's been cooking this stuff every day that I've been having to watch on TV, on Instagram. And I'm like, Jesus, oh, it looks so good over there.
It's really been my happy place. Like I don't get out and do anything.
Right.
And that needs to change. That's gonna change. But this journey of just being a single mom, I know I'd be stressing out a lot, but one, it does sell, so I like using it. But this whole journey, just having to deal with your bills doubling, but your money staying the same.
It's terrible.
Is not a good feeling. And I guess I realized that like when I made the decision to like not have him on the lease anymore and stuff. And I definitely needed this for myself and for my child. I feel like happiness, the vibe in my apartment has been so beautiful from April 14th through now. It really has. And peace of mind is just different. But nonetheless, I don't get to go out, so I've been cooking. Food makes me happy. I'm very passionate about it. And I love to eat. And I want my child to experience different foods. When I was in that relationship, also, I had to be mindful of things he wanted to eat and didn't like to eat. And I just want to give my child variety. Oh, next week we're cooking African, but I could wait till you come back one of them days. We're making bobosi.
I don't even know what that is, but I want it.
I don't even know what the look.
I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but I want it.
I told Riley to pick. I sent her like 6 or 7 different African dishes, and that's the one she picked. But it looks okay. Essentially, it's what we would call a casserole, and it's ground beef. It's made with ground beef.
Okay.
So,
but like different spices that are, you know, indigenous to other countries.
So I want to try that. I'm hoping they have some of the similar spices to Indian, because I have all the Indian spices. I'm gonna make some more chicken korma too when you come. I think out of everything, she enjoyed the Indian food the best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She really liked it, and the naan. That shit is just. You ate Indian food?
I don't think. Yeah, actually,
Okay.
I had Indian food once.
Okay, so they have this bread.
This whole place called Holy Grail Indian food.
They have this bread called naan, and it is just so fucking good. It's like a thicker tortilla. Tastes different than the tortilla, but it have like garlic butter on there. Shit is delicious. But you would definitely have to do that. But I always said I want to cook for one of the shoe houses. Just so I can.
I think that would be fun. I think that would be a great job for you.
I think it would too.
And you would still be able to actually work and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, what the fuck am I looking for? A calendar? No. I say that I want a male talent agency, but Devin's been pissing me off. 21st to the 24th.
But yeah, so this year I guess I'll be attending 2 shoot houses. Not doing what you guys are thinking, but I definitely have some other purposes to serve at them. So I'm excited. I think those are the only two things in like the adult industry that like I plan on attending. Is your shoot house and then the other one.
It'll be a lot of fun.
I'm excited. Me over the next few months, I think my biggest thing right now is getting my house together, like buying all my furniture, like doing everything, and then my daughter's birthday. We changed it from SeaWorld. We're not going to SeaWorld anymore.
Okay.
Because of the orcas and they're not treated right. And she said she didn't want to go there and see that. Because they're in this tiny space and it's not big enough for them. And that's not good.
Her off of that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought so too. I'm trying to see if we're still doing San Antonio because there's a safari out there in San Antonio and you can drive through it. And the animals come to your car, like the zebras. They have and they're just all loose. Rhinoceroses, different birds, ostriches. I remember the zebra licked the window one time as a kid. And they give you food and you just drive your car through it. So I really want to go to that. So I'm hoping our plan is still San Antonio. Plus, it's the biggest Slurrbon out there. So that's exciting. And then, Rizzy, what should I do for Harold's birthday?
I don't know. What are the options?
I don't know.
Let me see why.
Well, he's doing like a party thing, but it's the weekend that I plan to do something for Riley's birthday, and it sucks because their days are 2 days apart.
Gosh.
3 days. He's the 17th. 17th. They're 3 days apart.
Got it.
But I gotta do something really nice for him because he's always there for me.
I like him.
Yeah, Harold's a really cool person. But Harold's into stuff I'm not into.
What do you mean?
Like, he's really big into anime. I know they have this anime convention coming, but I don't think it's here during that time. Harold likes strippers, but he needs to stay away from strippers. Like, I gotta keep him away from strippers. He keeps going for that type. Like, he going for the wrong type. Strippers ain't good for Harold.
No shit.
that's not who. No, that's not him. But I don't know, cause I don't even go out. So, but I definitely want to do something nice. And then too much after that, I really don't know. I need to plan out the rest of the year. I feel like I had a lot of stuff planned that kind of just changed on me. So just planning for all that. But that's Paisley's life. Y'all always keep up with mine, but it was good catching up with you on.
Definitely.
How you say all your things?
All the things.
All the things. That's our favorite
things.
word.
So many things.
Favorite phrase.
All the things. So much.
But guys, toodaloo.
Bye.